The reason why old people are so confident and happy as well as children compared to everyone else is because they lack that emotion. They are not envious.
They don't care. They don't care, bro. That's the thing, bro. They don't care. What's going on, family? It's your boy AB here, and we got a video loaded up. It says, why do Gen Z women hate men? Video by Rambo. That really sounds kind of interesting. Let's get right into it. See what he gonna say about it, you know?
How they thought we'd react to news of the male loneliness epidemic.
Like, what can I do to help? Is there a GoFundMe?
This is a trend. There are a bunch of other TikTok videos with the exact same caption where they're overreacting. Oh, I feel so bad. And then it's the joke that I actually do not feel bad. And if you check the comments under all the videos, they are full of pure hatred. Men's suffering is literally the motivation that gets me out of bed in the morning.
That's
For
wild.
real, men's self-end rates aren't high enough to be honest. And this is a real problem where young people, men specifically, the leading cause of their death is suicide. And here's the plot twist: women die from
on.
suicide and suffer just
This shit going on during Men's Mental Health? You know June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, right? You know that, right? Just saying.
as much as men. But here's the question: men disproportionately kill themselves more compared to women. Then why do women suffer as much through suicide? It is because they die significantly less, so their death is relative. But please understand this thing: this is not a woman men problem. Everyone in the middle stages of their life will almost try to hurt themselves. In the context of statistics, children will be living the happiest moment and stage of their life, and the same thing applies to the elderly. But if you're a teenager, if you're 20, 30, 40, or 50, statistically you are living in the most unhappiest moment and stage of your life. And if you look at suicide statistics by age, 45 to 64-year-olds take first place, 25 to 44-years old take second place, then it slightly lowers as the older you get to 65 to 74. But if you're 15 to 24, you're taking fourth place, and then at its lowest is 75 and older. The old people, the ones who are dying, the ones who are broke, the ones who have nothing to live for. Your wife died. They are the happiest. How? Why? And at its very lowest, 10 to 14-year-olds. You cannot replicate the happiness, the confidence of old people. You cannot replicate the happiness and confidence of a child because you are living your current stage. You must accept reality for what it is. And more importantly, look at the people who try to. There are so many man children who disregard a lot of responsibilities in their life, trying to play video games, eat junk food, and trying to replicate the happiness they once felt. But they don't understand that the advice old people give you, you have all heard it already. Think everyone naked. Oh, who cares about what other people think? We all know it, but because we are young, you cannot help it because there are other priorities in your life that are more important, where you kind of do need to care because you do need a job. You are not retired. You care about what other people think because they're the ones that pay your bills. Life is a completely different game at different stages and ages in your life. You personally cannot replicate the happiness and excitement as a child because if you are, you will.
All right, this is why I gotta stop the video. See, look. Yes, you can. It's your reality, bro. Like, you just gotta, bro. You have to care while not caring at the same time, bro. Like, obviously, you gotta care enough because, oh, I have to have a job. You know, I gotta, if at least have money in my pocket so I can feed myself, do what I gotta do, blah, blah, blah. You know, bare minimum shit. But, nigga, like, me starting this YouTube. You feel me? People want to start YouTube careers. People want to be in the NBA. You gotta not care. Look at LeBron. In this generation, he the best player in the world. You feel me? They call him bro the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He the king for a reason. You feel me? But you really think he cared about what every single person was saying about him though? No, not at all. Because if he did, that's gonna be in his brain. He gonna keep dwelling on that, thinking about that, bro. No, I'm focused on this. I'm trying to make it to the NBA. Boom, now he at the NBA. Instead of sitting there, you have this person in your ear telling you, oh, you want to be in the NBA? Well, you'll never make an NBA. From right there in that point, you had two options, bro. You can either accept what they saying, or you can just be like, I mean, we go see. I'm being the NBA though. Fuck around being the NBA. It's just your mindset, bro. It's literally your mindset, bro. That's the point where it's like you don't care, but you point what you care about to your goals and like what you're trying to get done in life. You feel me? Like me, for example, I want to do this YouTube, so I got to care enough to do this YouTube to get it off the ground. If I want to get it off the ground, you feel me? But if I got X, Y, and Z people in my ear, I don't know why you starting YouTube. You this, you that, you da. Am I gonna care what they gotta say about it? Cause either way, I'm gonna do the videos. I'm gonna make my videos. You feel me? It's not to prove them wrong. It's for me, prove myself wrong. That I can do this. You feel me? That's the difference for real.
Just be escaping the reality of life. You have seen so many adults where all they do is try to avoid responsibility by being slothful, by doing absolutely nothing. I don't want to do it. I don't want to take up any sort of responsibility. And over time, they're trying to chase the happiness they once felt, but they will only end up with worse consequences. And this is a very important point people fail to understand. It is extremely easy to fall into the trap of hating women, fall into the trap of hating men, because there are so many reasons to hate life. And the only way to make yourself feel a little bit more confident, a little bit better about myself, is to belittle the other gender. Ha ha ha, me right now with lonely men. What a dumb comment.
Envy is one emotion that almost no one will ever admit to, because to admit to feeling envy is to admit that you feel inferior to another person. We don't like to do that. We want to feel superior. So no one will ever admit that they acted out of envy.
I've watched a bunch of videos on why men are explaining that.
I can admit did he say acted? Hold on. Did he say acted out of envy?
Superior to another person. We don't like to do that. We want to feel superior. So no one will ever admit that they acted out of envy.
Oh yeah. I've admitted that before, for sure. I've admitted that before plenty of times. Yeah. There's a difference between envy and desire, bro. You gotta know that. There's a difference between envy and desire. Envy is being like, oh, dude, Dennis got a Lambo. And I really want that. Like when those people went to Waffle House and bro's Hellcat, his green Hellcat, when they stole his Hellcat and went to Waffle House, they did that shit out of envy. They acted out of envy. You feel me? Instead of, dang, a nigga like dude Dennis got a Hellcat and he got a lamb truck. Shit, if he can do it, I know for a fact I can do it then. Hell yeah, I bet. That shit hard. That give me inspiration. That push me to go farther. I'm using that shit as motivation. Not use that shit as jealousy and take it from you for myself when I ain't even earned that shit. You feel me? Come on now, there's a difference.
I've watched a bunch of videos on why men are explaining that women suck. I've equally watched the exact opposite, why women say that men suck. But to get everything down to the roots, they'll give you exact pinpoint reasons. Oh, they do this, they do that. Oh, they kill more people. They're so dumb, they die more. But here's the thing. It is out of envy. The reason why they hate the other group is because deep down, they know that they have something that the other gender wants. Most of the time, the men that do hate groups of women are all incels because they cannot get and attract other people as easy as it is for women. And the same thing applies to women hating on men. Men have a higher ceiling of intelligence, and equally they also have a lower ceiling of intelligence. They are more extreme on both sides, and they overly fixate on the extreme sides, the worst sides, and also the best sides. That gives them the perfect reason to hate the rich men. They are also the brokest people. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Envy is a real emotion, and a lot of people cannot regulate and understand it. And more importantly, this clouds your judgment. You no longer know what you actually like or dislike. Nobody talks about this, but the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, I guarantee you, a big reason why people were willing to hate on Drake is because he's so successful. He is so successful in every single factor that there is. Deep down, the entire audience is envious of what he has, so 100%. It's easier to hate on him and root for the underdog. And here's the thing. The reason why old people are so confident and happy as well as children compared to everyone else is because they lack that emotion. They are not envious.
They don't care. They don't care, bro. That's the thing, bro. They don't care. They just don't care, bro. Like, that's what it is. You just gotta not care, bro. Literally. You just have to just not care, bro. Like this old man right here. You feel me? Look at this old guy right here. You telling me he give a fuck about the people around him? You telling me this old man right here give a fuck about the people around him while he dancing, having a good time? That's what you need to be, bro. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Just don't care. Care enough, but don't care. Stop giving a fuck.
Compare and contrast the difference of how people look. They don't care. They'll wear whatever bullshit they got in the closet. The same thing applies to wealth. A lot of them are either extremely broke or extremely rich, and nonetheless, they don't care as much as it is important to young people. The reason why young people are so unhappy, and I can't give you this as a one-liner shoot of advice, it is a very complex thing. It's because envy runs in our system. We are constantly comparing ourselves to our peers. It is definitely exacerbated because of social media, but even without
100%.
it, even when you were all the way young back in the day where there was no technology, people still compared each other based on envy. This person is more successful than me. This person looks better than me. And because you're comparing so many aspects of life to extreme levels of people that are only good at that one thing, you feel in.
But there's a way to use envy to your advantage, though. By a mentor. You should envy a mentor. You feel me? Someone that you want to look up to, that you want to be. You should envy that person because you want to be like them. You feel me? You just got to use it in the right way, bro. That's it.
Superior. And this leads to a point where it feels like you are the worst of the worst. It really gives you the feeling of no control. And I believe the best way to overcome this feeling is to stop giving so much value onto one attribute of a person. From the outside looking in, I'm assuming girls get eating disorders, girls get very depressed because all they value is being skinny. All they value is looking good. And for men, it's dumb, stupid shit. How much muscles you got, how smart are you, how much money you got, are you good looking enough? Every single one of them are overly obsessed about one key aspect of life. And because they overfixate on the thing that other people have and they don't have, which is envy, they fall down this spiral. And it is a complete disservice to other people and yourself. People are more than just their looks, than just how much money they have. Everyone struggles. And the advice where think everyone naked. I do not think it is a sexual thing. I do not believe it is a literal thing, but metaphorically, everyone is not perfect. There is that weird mole on your body and there's no use in hiding it. We are not perfect. We are all vulnerable and you should not judge based on the outside perspective. This is a big reason why children and old people have the highest life satisfaction. It is not because they are dumb, they have so much experience. It's because they've lost the feeling of envy. The younger you are at certain ages, you feel more emotions than different stages of your life.
They start to use it in the wrong way, bro. They start to use it in a negative way. Then it goes on for your 20s, starts in your 20s. It goes on to when your 60s. Then you just say, fuck it, I don't waste this time. Then that's when you start to get happy. When you can just be happy right now. You feel me? Keep it the same way you was as a child. You just now an adult. Or you just now a teenager. Or you just now an adolescent. You just growing up. That's it. But you should still keep it though. You just gotta tweak it, here and there a little bit, depending on what it is.
And old people lack the biggest form of envy. Children don't care. They're too dumb to care. They're asking every single question. And the same thing applies to old people. They're too old to care. They're poor, they're rich, no matter where they are in their life, status-wise, they don't have the time to care, the time to compare and judge. Exactly. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch a 30-minute version of this video, it is live.
Straight like that. It's as simple as that, man. For real. It really is. It really is as simple as that. You just gotta not care, bro. Like, you just gotta not give a fuck. Stop caring about what people gotta say about it. If or anything they gotta, anything that's negative, just stay away from negativity, bro. Stay away from negativity, bro. If you want to do something in your life, you want to go to the NBA, you want to buy this car, you want to do this thing, you want to do that thing, and that's what you want to do, then do it, bro. Why are you letting someone talk you down and are you letting someone talk you out of it? You know, you're gonna regret it more not doing it than doing it. So you might as well just do it. Fuck what they gotta say, because then when you get to the other side and now you're up now, then it's like, oh dang, yeah, I knew him back when he was a jet. I knew him back when he was a little nigga. Weren't you one of them niggas that was like, you ain't doing it? Just gotta not care, bro. Care about the important shit. You gotta focus on what you care about. You feel me? Focus on the negative, your life is gonna be negative. Focus on the positive, your life is gonna be positive. But hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all feel like in the comments. How y'all feel about the video? It was really Gen Z women hate men completely. You know, I'm glad he broadened the scope. You know, instead of just focusing on the Gen Z women hate men, because it is broader than that. You know, it's a byproduct of a core issue within society. But y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll see y'all next time on another video.